Welcome to Fanatic Farms.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Fanatic Farms video and another Transformer Tuesday video. A few weeks back I did a video reviewing Human Alliance Bumblebee from 2009's Revenge of the Fallen toy line. And I mentioned in that I had Sideswipe and Tech Sargent Epps, so we're doing that now. So yeah, this straight away is the front of the box. And you know what? Again, I said it in the Bumblebee one, I'll say it now. They're kind of like little dioramas, aren't they? The way the packaging is, you've got like I think it's meant to be Japan or something, like cityscape in the background. That green neon writing that I assume is kanji or katakana, or I don't know what the Japanese language is called. And in the shadows there, you've got what's his name? Sideways. Sorry, I originally thought it was Blackout Barricade, but then realized Barricade's not really in Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah, it makes more sense that it's Sideways. And then you've got like Epps getting into Sideswipe. There's a lot of sides. And yeah, I just think it's such a cool product, and the packaging is done so well. The designers for the packaging, like I said in Bumblebee, freaking awesome. I tip my hat to you on that, I really do. And then, no, getting ahead of myself. Still on the front of the box, we have the product shot of the toy for Sideswipe. Instead of using like a digital image, they use like for his face over his name, they've used the toy picture. Yeah, okay, they did it Bumblebee, they do it with Sideswipe. And then Epps, and I've forgotten the actor's name, I didn't write it down. They've done again him dirty. He looks very orange, like an orange glow tint to him. I don't know if that's just the pictures I've found that I've used for the front of the box, but he does look a bit Oompa Loompa-ish, if that makes sense, without trying to sound racist or anything. But yeah, let's go to the back of the box, and I have scrolled right past all my notes. So the back of the box, we have the obligatory product shot of Sideways in his robot mode. And around the figure, you know, we have the little bullet points of saying like the play features of the toy. You know, it says features like spinning arm blades, human ally rides on the shoulders, Epps figure, man's shoulder cannon, and then the picture of the car with Epps inside it. It says human allies ride inside, and then underneath it says like other figures sold separately, like that. And then we get a blurb as well, which reads, he says, when Sideswipe, no, not Sideways, bad. Sideswipe arrived on Earth, he was raw, untrained fighter. Used to battling alone and outnumbered, he was teamed up with Epps so the Tech Sergeant could whip him into shape as an effective member of the strike team led by Ironhide. The two have become good friends in combat. Epps' combat-hardened instincts direct the speed and cunning of Sideswipe with devastating effectiveness. Now, I don't ever really remember Epps teaming up with Sideswipe. I don't remember him being part of Ironhide's strike team. I don't remember Ironhide ever having a strike team. Maybe that's just something that I missed, I've completely forgotten. But yeah, apparently that happened. And I don't really remember Epps really interacting with Sideswipe that much in the movies either. But hey ho. And then his tech specs read, strength is 8, intelligence is 7, speed is 8, endurance is 6, where are we at? Rank is 5, courage is 7, fire blast is 3, so he's not very powerful in that, and then skill is 9. So yeah, he's okay-ish. There's a lot of high numbers. Rank, 5, but the fire blast, he is really weak in the firepower. But then I suppose he's got the 2 giant blades on his hands, so kind of makes of it. Anywho, this is mine, and he transforms into, a Corvette Stingray concept. And he is a pretty car. You know, I will give him that. If Human Alliance, it is a very pretty car, and the doors do open up like so, and then, you know, you got Epps sitting inside it. Doesn't roll very well because the clearance for the wheels and the bottom of the car is very low. In fact, my back wheels don't roll. Well, that one does. That front wheel doesn't. But yeah, it doesn't roll very well, especially on the table. And before I even transform this thing, let's just get the elephant out of the room, shall we? Come here, you. Oh, these toys were not designed for chunky sausage fingers. It's Epps. Seriously, I mentioned it in the Bumblebee video. Like, how the proportions are so wrong and gangly. But look at, like, what is going on with his legs? He generally looks like I said before, he kind of reminds me of Slender Man, but he's actually Slender Man's cousin that nobody speaks about. You know, there's always that one weird member of the family, the cousin, that nobody ever talks about. Yeah, this is just... I've got Sam here, because I'll do a comparison with Bumblebee and Sideswipe in a minute, but... Why did they make Epps that much taller and just... Yeah, oh, he's just so gang. The legs are holding torso. Yeah, look at... I really wish I still had Skids and Michaela to do an even more comparison, but yeah, I'll move Sam to one side. Yeah, this is just... It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And one of my friends, Marty, he asked if these were the same size as... Mask figures or Starcom. Don't have any Starcom toys, so I can't help out that. But I just did a video on the mask toy. So Matt Tracker, Epps. Feet to feet. Let's hold them at the feet. Yeah, they're smaller. They're only about 2 inches. And Scott, is he the same size as Scott? Oh yeah, there you go. He's a little bit taller than Scott, so should have done this off camera, but there you go. Scott Tracker inside. Come on. There you go. All right, transform this thing. Yeah, I said before, I'm not a big fan of Human Alliance toys. My hat is proper wonky. There we go. Transforming. You saw the issues I had with Bumblebee. This isn't as good, as bad, but it's still pain in the neck. So, lift up the doors. Lift up the back roof and actually close the doors. Already off to a good start. The roof spins round. And you fold that piece up. And then you get like, there's a missile which comes off. And you have the gun that you swing around. Right, unpeg these little silver bits here and here. And this is where it gets quite easy, literally. This whole kit and caboodle, the front part of the car, comes off. Back wheels pull out and forward, and you know, like that. So, and then that rotates. So here we go. The only part really of the car that is in part of the road mode is this bit, and that was what? The back bumper. All of this is just kibble. Yeah, so that bit by itself is just, it's just a waste of space. So the seats, rotate them round. And if you really want to be like cheeky, you can fold this one round and it becomes like a mounted rocket launcher, but I like to leave it. Push the head up from his little hole in his chest. So you got the head there. Legs. Push, separate, pull down, pull down. That wheel folds in. Put the spurs out the back. And then this piece here, what you do is you can literally fold it down like so. So it's like that. So you've got the wheel, you know, in the movie he's on wheels. But to give him better balance, I'll do it this side. You can rotate that piece. And once again, that rotates like that. Gives it a flat edge. Put the hill down. And then you just kind of peg that into place. Do it with that side as well. And it helps if you remember a stage, which is fold out that weird little bit to cover up the wheel a bit more. That folds down, that folds down. Where we go? Where we go? Yeah, sorry. And then squish it down like that. These two tabs on the side, you open them, but I don't actually know what they're there for. I genuinely don't know. And then it's just a matter of positioning and then figuring out what the hell to do all this back kibble and crap and bit extras, like try and tuck these down out of the way. Like I say, it's not my favourite figure. I've never really liked the Sideswipe toy in the first place, even the deluxe ones, I'm never really a big fan of them. But I think that's it. So there you go. That is Sideswipe in his Human Alliance glory. You know, we've got these big old hollow forearms, which look horrendous. This slight movement, he just wants to ping apart, and yeah, it's not great. It really not. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't know much about this toy, to be honest. But yeah, this huge back piece is just, what the hell's that? That's just terrible. And yeah, like it says, Epps can ride on the shoulders. And again, as you can see, we have the seat here. So just get Epps in his seated position, arms out. Peg him into his chair. He says, I like the concepts, I just don't like the finished product. And then yeah, you can have Epps sat on the shoulder firing the cannon, and then you can have this one as a kind of a shoulder mounted firing one. And yeah, lift it up, spring loaded rocket launcher. And it does say spinning blades, and what you do is you push the hand up so it clicks like that, and then once you rotate the wheel, the blade will then spin. But you know, get a decent pose without everything falling apart. it's just, yeah, it's a bit rubbish. And because of these stupid bits of plastic here that connects the legs, posing is really difficult. It will just generally, if I do, you pull the leg forward, you can see it just wants to bend. It's not great for posing because of these stupid plastic bits here. They just, I hate it. I genuinely hate it. It's not a good review, and for good reason. It's just a rubbish toy. Everything doesn't really peg well together. And there is one thing that has confused me, and I didn't know that until I started doing research for this, is, Sideswipe's face. But some bizarre reason, you can pull that up, and he's got a kind of a face under a face. You kind of make him look like a what's the word? An orc from Power Rangers Wild Force now. Duke Org had the horn. You can make him do like that. Or a unicorn. So, again, like I say, it's not the greatest. And why they did that to Sideswipe's face is beyond me. Which, I had my qualms about Bumblebee. God, getting him to pose is just annoying. But once you bring B into it, I have straightened the legs out completely. B's a lot taller than Sideswipe, a lot more stable, less crap on the back as well. Epps is just an absolute joke of a minifigure. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just sitting here ragging now. Can Sam stand? There we go. So Sam and Bumblebee, Epps and Sideswipe. Like I say, I really wish I had Skids and Michaela, because Skids was about yay high. And to make up the fact that it was a rubbish toy, they gave us RC, which again was pretty bad as well. Well, yeah, it's just... So you got that one, and then let's just skip. Right. Plug him into B's other arm. Where is the plug? It doesn't even want to sit inside, be plugged in properly to B. There we go. But yeah, it's, what else can I say, guys? It's just a mess of a toy. Sorry it hasn't been a great review. Sorry I haven't been very nice about this toy, but again, I think it's rubbish. I really do. So if you can get Human Alliance stuff, definitely get Bumblebee. Has its problems, but yeah, it's good. Stay away from this one. Just don't. I've tried selling this guy a couple of times and nobody bloody wants it. But yeah, until next time, guys, have a great one. I think my next Transformer Tuesday video is either going to be music label Soundwave, or it's going to be Generation 1 Bruticus, I think. Yeah. Actually, leave me a comment. Like, what would you prefer to see, Soundwave or Bruticus? Right. Until that time, guys, have a great one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.